Yo, what up? It's Benjamin D'Souza here, the Yautruan Emperor, back with another vid and throwing my hat in the ring, giving my take on a couple of recent events, namely what transpired last night on the Old Man's podcast and what transpired prior to that on You Know Who's podcast. I'll probably mention this name later because, you know, I seen this shit coming years ago. But anyway, yeah, brother Xavier, brother X, come on home, G. Come on home, for real. Like your brain is taking a serious hit, man. You looking like a real sucker. On the red pill side, you looking like a sucker. And on the female side, you looking like a mark. For real. It's blood in the water and the sharks are circling. I mean, listen, you ain't got to take my advice. I mean, what the fuck do I know? I'm a nobody YouTuber. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know shit. I ain't on shit. You feel me? What I'm saying is shit. You need to plant your pivot in the ground and roundhouse off of that. You feel me? You need to get on one side or the other, plant your pivot firmly, and then work off of that. Because you looking mad duplicitous, bro. You looking that shit like last night, and I'm gonna go in reverse. That shit last night, man, when you hopped on the Old Man's panel, that shit was, oh my God. It was already bad enough that you tried to get them heifers, you tried to get the old man to bow and kiss the ring of them heifers. That shit was bad enough. That was bad enough. But then they put you on a panel, ambush you, and these bitches come and dog pile on you. You don't say shit. You don't spokes up on shit. So I'm saying, first and foremost, the same bitches who you was trying to get the old man to bow and kiss the ring, like they Queen Nefertiti, the Queen of England, and fucking Queen Sheba or some shit. Them same bitches, given the opportunity, they came for your neck, bro. So you looking bad right there. Number two, they came for your wife. They spoke up on your wife. For real. And you ain't do shit. And then what made the shit even worse, G, is that you come on the old man platform and they get to getting in your ass and get to chastising you and correcting you and rebuking you. Now you want to get gangster. Now your nuts done dropped. You get on the panel with the brothers that get the rebuking you. Now all of a sudden you get some bass in your voice and your nuts done dropped. That's some weak ass shit, man. That's some weak ass shit. And that whole display right there, and you supposed to be an older brother too. That's really what's disappointing. I expect this type of behavior out of the young boys. It's like late teens, early 20s. I expect that shit from them. Motherfuckers in their latter 20s, nah, you can't be on that bullshit no more. You in your 30s, you definitely can't be on that bullshit no more. But you what? Creeping up on baby boomer years, and you acting like this. This is a case. This is a microcosm of how the average black man operates. When the real threat is in front of them, they don't say shit. They don't say shit. They don't do shit. They ain't on shit. But then when another black man is in front of them, oh, now they want to muster the courage. You know what I'm saying? You have been in the workplace, or you ever worked with somebody, a black person. And I'll give you, for instance, most recently, I had a mentor on my job, and we're interacting with different peoples, right? Now, this was an older brother. He was in his 50s. Now, when it came to him interacting with other black folks, particularly young brothers, this nigga was cold-blooded. He was double-edged sword. He got to the motherfucking issue. And even when it wasn't an issue, he created an issue because he was just that turned up. But I observed from him when he was dealing with them white folks though, he was skinning and grinning. Skinning and motherfucking grinning. He took all the bass out of his voice. He showed all the teeth. He unwrinkled his brow. I'm comparing how he interacts with black people, in particular, young black men. And I fall into that demographic. So essentially that's how he's viewing me. Then I contrast that against how he interacts with white folks. If he wanna interact with white folks like that, that's his business. You know what I mean? But I'm like, you got this energy for this demographic over here, but with that demographic over there, you got a completely different energy. And that is indicative of what I see a lot when it comes to black men out here today. They do that shit a lot. Oh, they quick to turn up on their own fellow brother. They quick. I've been in workplaces, been on the street, been out and about, and black folks is quick to declare tribal war against other black folks. But let somebody else from another group come around. Oh shit, they turning the cheek every day. They turning the cheek all day. They giving them a wide berth. I'm like, you motherfuckers. And that's why I was in the chat room like, bro, you need to come with that same energy. That same energy. Because on this side, you looking like a stomped down stone cold simp. And on that side, they looking at you like you food, homie. They looking at you like you a mark. Now you better come up with something, or you just gonna be floating in YouTube limbo. Shit, then you got to popping all this shit, talking about, I got a big house and I got X amount of properties and my wife drives a better car than a lot of these white folks. Motherfucker, you ain't verified shit. You ain't standing on shit. Those are words, nigga. That's words. You just pulled, for all I know, you just pulled that shit out your ass. Guess what? I got some lakefront property in motherfucking Kansas. What you talking about? I'm the goddamn Prince of South America. What the fuck you mean? You see, I just pull shit out my ass and say that shit. You can't fucking verify that shit. Like, we can't verify that. You just talking shit. And talking that rah. Well, you come to my house, you better bring a gun. There's gonna be more guns here than it is there. I'm like, G, you looking mad. You was looking mad weak, bro. Like hella weak, man. When you was in the shit, when a motherfucking squirrel heaped you and dog piled on you, you ain't had no rap. You wanted to hide your cowardice behind a veil of I'm taking the higher road. And I believe Robert Greene in the 33 Strategies of War speak on that. When a man is too passive and tries to portray this air of being too pious and too benevolent and hands off, that it's really a mask of his cowardice. You really hiding your cowardice behind that's really not affecting me. I'm gonna take the high road. I ain't even gonna speak on that. Kiddo. I mean, you putting bass in your voice and using 4-letter words when it comes to the brothers when they trying to give you some correction. But with them bitches, you quiet as a church mouse. Gee, you ain't standing on shit. You ain't standing on shit. Tell it to you like that, homie. And then got the nerve to say, I don't care what Elemental P think or say about me because, I only respect 2 people on this panel. Motherfucker, don't nobody on this panel respect you. Nobody on that panel respected you. So what the fuck does if you don't get respect, what the fuck does your respect mean? Your respect don't mean shit if you ain't got respect. Shit, that's like a motherfucker saying, I would give you $1, and he ain't got no money in his fucking pocket. What is this money that you speak of? It don't matter to me because you ain't got it. I mean, dipping and dodging questions and shit like a goddamn politician. I can't speak on, what the other people were saying because, I can only speak on me. Well, motherfucker, they was talking about you. They was talking to you about you. Let's talk about that. That is you. So when Rue hit you with them hardball questions pertaining to the situation, motherfucker, answer that shit. Spokes up for yourself, motherfucker. Fuck wrong with you, man? This motherfucker trying to shake hands and kiss babies and shit. Oh, carrot ass. Shit, if you ain't built for these YouTube streets, stay your ass on the porch. But you trying to hide your cowardice behind a veil of, oh, I'm bigger than that. I'm gonna take the high road. Nah, motherfucker. Nah. Nah. You dealing with low level people who don't operate in the realm of piety and high roadness. If that's even a word. You dealing with low level people who fight dirty, who will throw sand in your eyes, who will poke you in your eyes and kick you in your genitals, who will bite, scratch, and claw to win. And what you demonstrated to me is that you not trying to win. And as a elder black man, you're setting an example to me, a millennial, to not try to win. And what's dangerous is, there may be some brothers out there, some young brothers around my age and shit, that may not be, acute and astute when it comes to picking up on social cues and whatnot. And they might just be a fan. It might just be a standing yarns. And they say, oh, yeah, he did that right. And then they incorporate that same philosophy in their everyday life. And walk around with this air of, all right, I'm just going to take the high ground on every motherfucking thing. That denounces weakness. And Jason Black spoke on this shit a couple weeks ago when he was talking about alpha male lessons and how the black man has mastered the art of giving off this sense that he's harmless in the hopes of, all right, motherfuckers see me as harmless, they ain't gonna fuck with me. Which in fact doesn't get motherfuckers to stop fucking with you. It really incentivizes folks to fuck with you. And I'm out here, I'm all over the country. I'm coming across scrawny, short, squatty motherfuckers I'm towering over. And they know I got the power of life and death in my bare hands when it comes to me and him. But what the image has been portrayed and been put out about us, he think he got that edge over me. And I gotta let him know in a real aggressive way, motherfucker, that ain't this. When you come to me and you spoke something with me and you speak to me, shit, you better come correct. Cause I ain't for none of that fuck shit. Oh, civil rights ass get busted upside the head with a brick ass. Oh, goddamn. I'ma sit here in a diner and get a milkshake poured on my head ass. Fuck wrong with you, man? But then when it come to your own folk who try to rebuke you, now you got heart. Now you got heart. Okay. Alright. Alright then. That's sucker, man. On this side, you a sucker. And on that side, you a mark. I done had the cat of nine tails out on your ass long enough. Go ahead and move on. I've been hesitant to mention his name in some vids because I've been, been trying to let him live, but go ahead and say it. Angry Man. Angry Man. Well, you come straight out of a comic book. Let me tell you. This is what happens when you let dumb niggas read books. You know? He over here on some old, promoting and propagating how he's such a strategist. But he really ain't got a three-dimensional mindset. But he trying to give off this air like he's a strategist. I'm gonna tell you this, man, because I was fucking with the Angry Man. I was fucking with the Angry Man heavy, man, back in what, 2016, 2017, I was rocking with him. This is back when he first started. He had the like the little comic strip roll in the intro music coming in on this video, and he was spitting that fire. I'm like, okay, I'm fucking with this nigga. But I'm gonna tell you when I stopped fucking with him. This was like August 2016. His original channel got knocked down, so the video, he might have took them vids down, so who knows? This was years ago. So he get on and make a video excoriating and dumping on SWP. Everybody know what SWP on. Everybody know. And he's attacking key points that SWP stand on. Like, he talking real cold cash shit about him. And I'm like this. Listen, like it says in the Bible, each man to his own house. You have a right to think how you want to think. You have a right to stand on the views that you want to stand on. There's plenty of motherfuckers that I follow to this day that there's some views that they kick that I don't agree with. Shit, I done made response videos to SWP. I done been in his comment section that had slapbox matches with him over little petty shit that I disagree with. But it's all good. Cause he's not obligated to think like me, and I'm not obligated to think like him. So we can disagree on X, Y, and Z. So it's all same thing with BGS. I did the same shit. I done been in BGS's comment section that had slapbox matches with him. Within shit, the next day he come with a classic. You feel me? And I'm like, boop, thumbs up. I'm fucking with this shit. Same thing with Obsidian. There's some things that he says that he pushes forward that I don't agree with. I don't have to agree with everything that he says. But shit, I still fuck with him, and I still fuck with everybody. But when I see you do some shit, all right, let me. The next day, after he made this video about, really jumping on SWP case, the very next day he made a video taking those same talking points that he was beating with a stick the day before of SWP's, and then tried to pass them off as his own. That was some real low down hoe shit. And that's why when it come to SWP, BGS, Obsidian, we may have points of contention, but I still rock with them because I recognize that their integrity is intact. They standing on solid ground for the most part. For the most part, from what I can see. And nobody's perfect. Shit, folks could look at me the same way. I don't know. But you have a right to do that. You have a right to think what you want to think about me. Just like I have a right to think about you what I think about you. But when you did that, G, listen, I was like, what? That's the equivalent to me jumping on content creator John Doe and really getting on his head because he done made a video talking about how red is the best color, right? So I jump on him, you know, and I make a long ass video talking about how red isn't the best color and how he's wrong about, you know, saying that red is the best color. And then the very next day or the day after that, I make a video extolling the praises of the color red and how red is the best color. Like, bro, you flip-flopping. What old boy saying, Vampire in Brooklyn? Flip-flopping and shit. G, you flip-flopping, bro. After that, I said, no. I can't even rock with you like that. And you on this old, you know, quasi wanna be strategist, wanna be a Machiavellian. But you really just getting enough rope to hang yourself. Cause I'm gonna tell you, thinking motherfuckers ain't gonna be fucking with you like that. They really not. Cause motherfuckers got a mind for themselves. They gonna see the bullshit that you on, and you gonna be surrounded by a bunch of your court gonna be filled with nothing but fools for long. You keep up this sideways shit. Now this man done reached out to you, put you on his platform, gave you a boost, and you set a trap to get this man assassinated. Man, Bachfoot. And that was some skunt shit if I've ever seen any. And shit, if I was close to you, if I was in your camp, I'd be looking at you with the side eye. I'm like, damn, folks gonna do that to somebody who tapped in with them? Shit. But I guess you on your Thanos shit, huh? I guess you willing to throw one of your loved ones off that cliff to get one of them stones, huh? But it's for the greater good, huh? Okay. All right. Is it for the greater good, or is it just for a flawed philosophy of yours, or for selfish gain? Is it for the greater good? Is that why you set that man up like that? And had him ambushed? By a pack of hyenas? Bitches ain't unicorns, them bitches is hyenas. Off of, what's some hyenas off of the Lion King? Mufasa, Mufasa, Mufasa. Boo, say it again, face ass bitch. Them bitches is beat. Beat like a fucking rug. Oh, 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 biting a dick that feed them ass bitches. This man done put you on, got you some subscribers, gave this nigga was the wind beneath your wings. You want him to break bread with you on his platform when he put you on to where you could spread your wings and build your own platform and get your own donations. Bitch, ain't you heard of the term it take money to make money? Shit, you gotta spin to win. But you want him, you want him to break you off. He already broke you off. He broke you off with exposure. Motherfuckers wouldn't even know who the fuck you are if it wasn't for this man. And you were so willing to come for his throat. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Ming. Ming Nicole. You disloyal, ungrateful, rat soup eating motherfucker. You insecure, no business born, rat soup eating motherfucker, you. Get Dolomite on your ass. You got a lot of fucking nerve. To jump on this man like this. And this is a microcosm of what goes on in the black community on a day-to-day basis when it pertains to the relations of black men and women, and black men and other black men. It's like a brother, right? He gets on at a plant or a factory, getting a good job, whatever. You know, he's a model citizen, doing his due diligence, to stack his paper and move up the corporate ladder. He sees another brother that he knows. He reaches out to a brother and say, "Hey, why don't you come down to the plant, man? Put in the application. You can use me as a reference." That brother does that. He comes down to the plant, puts old boy name down as a reference, gets on. He start getting money. Now he feeling good about himself. The same brother who got on first, he reaches out to some females, and he's like, "Hey, they hiring down here. Come on, you can put my name down as a reference." So them same 3 females come down to the plant, put them down as a reference, and they get on. Now, as time progresses, old boy who got put on by the first guy, and the 3 chicks that got put on by the first guy, they kind of get together and get to cackling like some fucking hens, get to gossiping like some bitches. And they say, "Oh shit, yeah, Xavier put me on." But you know, it's a new manager spot opening up, and I heard that Xavier signed up for it. What old boy off of Belly say? I don't like that shit. I'm gonna drop a dime on that nigga. Angry man, you owe. I don't like that shit. I'm gonna drop a dime on that nigga looking ass. Oh, is you the illest nigga in Nebraska face ass? Fuck out of here, man. You got to conspiring with them bitches to take this man's head. Then y'all sitting back. Then y'all sitting back with this whole 2/3 avatar. Who's to say that you ain't that 2/3 motherfucker? Who's to say that the shit that you kicking and how you move is not 2/3 esque? Because the behaviors and the pathologies that I've seen displayed over the past couple days is indicative of the shit that needs to be purged out of our community. You just that motherfucker. You just that target. That shit right there, that backbiting shit, that biting the hand that feeds you, and for you bitches, biting the dick that feeds you, that type of behavior right there, that shit needs to be washed out. And then Cerulean up here talking about, 2/3 of black people need to be called. Nigga, who died and made you the grand emperor of who needs to be called and who's a part of said 2/3? Did we have a vote? I wasn't invited. I don't believe you. You need more people, nigga. Fuck you mean? Who's to say you ain't that 2/3? Coming with this whole 2/3 shit, and you took that shit from them brothers you know who. They came with that 2/3 shit. Now you trying to take that shit and spin it. Punk ass motherfucker. Then y'all set a trap for this man. Now, how many times, black folks out there listening to this, how many times have you been on a job or been somewhere, been in whatever endeavor you was in, and another black person set a trap for you to fall off? And they justified their nefarious, Machiavellian, Mephistophelian actions towards you with some vague notion of you not being black enough or you not being on code. How many times has that shit happened to you? Because I can recount several events where a motherfucker just came for my neck and they justified them coming from my neck behind some shit that's really vague. I'm not on code. I'm not urban enough. I'm not suburban enough. I'm not hood enough. I'm not black enough. I'm not city enough. I'm not country enough. So you gonna try to put my head in the gallows? Is that what you telling me? So you just moving the goalposts and making the rules up as you go, huh? Okay, all right. And to get back on X, bro, you gotta show more backbone than that. These hyenas, these bitches, or as the old man put it, these mangy dogs, these mangy mutt bitches, mangy mutt skunt cunt bitches, then came for you, then took a hunk out your motherfucking side. Got you limping away bleeding. They done took a hunk out your ass. You gotta go back to your cave and lick your wounds. And you can't even be man enough to a day later get on here and disassociate yourself. You turning the other cheek on everything, bro. So motherfucker can do whatever the fuck they want to do to you, and you just gonna turn the other cheek and take the eye roll, huh? But then when it comes to the brothers, you know, that's when the fangs and the claws come out. And shit, Baba Tunde had me, boy, he had me dying up in this motherfucker. X was like, I'll put my foot up your ass. Baba with his witty ass, he was like, boy, you couldn't put your boot up my backside. You couldn't put your boot up my backside. Because you couldn't get a grip because there's so much mud about. You muddy bootlicker. I said, that's real shit. Now, when these bitches is jumping on your case and they ain't standing on shit, you ain't got nothing to say. But when real men come to rebuke you and give you correction, now you got everything to say, huh? All right. An angry man sitting back thinking he the evil genius, orchestrating the whole thing. Shit, if I was in the Black Order, I'd be looking around. I'd be looking over my shoulder every chance I got. Like, shit, when this motherfucker gonna come for me? Who's to say who's a 2/3 and who's a 1/3? I mean, cause the shit changes at the you know, the drift of the wind. These motherfuckers making the shit up as they go. Like, fo, you come straight out of a comic book, man. Straight up. Jive ass turkey. But yeah, though. It's Benjamin D'Souza, the Yautruan Emperor. You can contact me at onepeople, one nation, one destiny.com.